The year is 48 BC, the month, January. The Egyptian city of Alexandria, a jewel on the Mediterranean, renowned for its light and its riches, home to the great library that was the envy of the ancient world, lives the most famous woman in the ancient world, Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile. And here in this sumptuous palace, attended by adoring courtiers and slaves. But power and legacy are a heady mix, and Cleopatra knows that her great power comes with great responsibility. For though she has the loyalty of her people, the love of her subjects, and though she has the riches and the status that come from centuries of tradition, the outside world sees her as a pawn, a piece to be moved on the board of empire. In Rome, there is talk of war with the forces of the late Julius Caesar, a man who has made himself master of the Roman world, a conqueror who has subjugated all of his enemies except for one. Pompey, the rival of Caesar, has found refuge in Egypt at the court of Cleopatra's father, King Ptolemy XIII. A meeting between Caesar and Cleopatra has been arranged, but what will it be? Will she defy her father and pledge her allegiance to Caesar? Or will she follow in her father's footsteps and choose Pompey? It is a choice that could determine the fate of empires. Cleopatra is beset by advisors, some urging her to support Caesar, others urging her to stand by her father. One voice above the din stands out like a trumpet call, that of Caesar, who insists on seeing her immediately, alone. When he enters, she is enthroned, veiled, and he does not recognize her. She speaks to him in broken Latin, having learned the language for this occasion. She is both alluring and disarming. He is intrigued, but also wary. Theirs is a meeting of two minds, as well as of two bodies. They discuss kingdoms and courts, ambition and duty, war and peace. And then she asks him, "What brings you to my city?" He tells her of his conquest of Gaul and his plans for the future. She tells him of her own struggles for power and independence. They are equals in the game of politics, rivals and potential allies. He senses her intelligence and wit. She recognizes his strength and determination. Their meetings become legendary, filled with intrigue, passion, and danger. At one point, Caesar is nearly assassinated by a group of senators loyal to Pompey. Later, he is wounded in battle against Pompey's forces. Through it all, Cleopatra's love for Caesar is unwavering. In the end, it is Cleopatra who prevails. Her son Caesarion is proclaimed pharaoh, a co-ruler with his father. In the palace, there is much rejoicing, but soon it will be time for Caesar to return to Rome. As they prepare to part ways, Caesar asks Cleopatra to send him a gift that will show the world their connection. She thinks for a moment. "I want to give you something unique, something that will surprise your Roman subjects," she says. She sends him a basket of venomous snakes. When he shows it to his courtiers, they are astonished. It is a symbol of her exotic world, but it is also a warning. For when Caesar returns to Rome, he will find that Cleopatra has many enemies there. The senators who tried to kill him before will try again, and this time they will succeed. As Caesar lies dying, Cleopatra weeps by his side. She has lost her lover, but she must also face the fact that she has lost her greatest champion. Without Caesar, she knows that she will have to rely on her own strength and cunning to survive. She had hoped to use Caesar's power to make her son Pharaoh of Egypt, and herself the ruler of a new Alexandrian empire. Now she must settle for being the Queen of Egypt, a title that has been hers since birth. But now, it means something different. For the first time, she understands what it means to be a woman in power, to be a woman who chooses her own destiny. Thanks for watching. To watch the next episode, click here.